Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Hear from the Experienced. So today we have a very special guest with us whose action speaks louder than his words. The campus ambassador of Wipro, none other than Mr. Shubhashish Shah. Shubhashish, welcome to Placement Buddies.
Thank you very much, Apurva. Thank you for welcome to your channel.
My pleasure. So Shubhashish, अपने बारे में हमारे ऑडियंस को थोड़ा बहुत कुछ बताओ briefly.
Hello all, I am Subhashish Shah. I was enrolled at the electrical engineering course in NIT Agartala, and in the fourth year I have been placed in the Wipro Limited as project engineer.
Okay. So Shubhashish, as you said, you have cracked the interview of Wipro. So when did Wipro come to your college and what was the eligibility criteria?
Yeah, I think it was at the late November. They had a very short time span. They completed all the procedures like in 1 week. And I think the eligibility criteria was like 666, 60% in class 10, 12, and 6 CGPA in graduation with no active backlogs.
Okay. And what was the selection process?
Well, their selection process is the standard one for the IT companies, the standard procedure one. Yeah, here you have first the online round, then the technical round, and the HR round. In the online round, where like they select from like 30 or 40 candidates from out of 400, there you have to appear in the aptitude test, I think, and get once, verbal, and there is a coding round of 2 questions and an essay writing round. And then you will have a technical round where I think some top managerial level from the Wipro will interview you, and there will be HR round following it.
Okay. So as you have said that there was a coding round. So I think to clear that coding round, you should have done competitive coding. So when did you start doing that?
I actually started from the end of the third year. Actually, I had cracked the Wipro internship, but they later cancelled it for Corona. For that, I started preparing for the coding. Started doing a little bit of coding and practicing like Git for weeks and such.
Okay, so you got the Wipro internship, right? So
yeah, I also cracked that.
Yeah. So how did you get that? How did you get the opportunity?
I think it was an on-campus internship opportunity. If I remember correctly, a lot of students had applied it, like 300, 400. At last, I think they selected up for like 12 or 14 people one day.
And the selection process was
the selection process was same. You had an online round, exactly same as well in the campus interview.
Okay.
Yeah, in the campus placement.
So after that, you have gone for the technical round. So I believe in technical round, theory subject matters the most, right?
It also depends. Like it matters on what you sell to the interviewer. All right, you have a resume. Interviewer looks at it.
Yes.
And then you give an intro where you sell your strong points, right? So if there you sell yourself as like, okay, I have knowledge in this language, I have knowledge in this stuff, I've done few projects. Okay, then you're selling like, okay, look, I have IT knowledge. Please test me on that. You're kind of selling your life stuff like that. So I sold myself from like that. And the questions are all from like IT levels. I mean, your language background, some tricky questions on like, I think there is an exceptional question, like a little trick one. The most are like you have to have the knowledge of basic data structures, a language, like 1 or 2 like C++ roots, and also C++ and Python apps. That's what they look at. It's better if you have very strong skills in that. And according to my experience, actually, I have also appeared in interview in other companies. So I didn't manage to break, like in Deloitte and Larsen and Turbo, where I got out in the HR round, and TCS Digital. From my experience, you have to be very strong in what you are going to sell. The point is basically you are selling yourself, so you better sell what are your strength. And there is a good chance nowadays they will ask you to code on the laptop itself. They will tell you to share the screen and open an ID or online ID and write the code.
Okay. So I mean, how important your resume was? Like, I mean, you said that you sold yourself. So I mean,
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, the thing is, I done a few projects that by myself projects. I mean, done by myself, not any internship or etc. So I included them, explained them well in the resume, and I think that actually I should say that before the interview, you should really try to get a background knowledge of your interviewer. Look at them as human, and they have look at them as a human, not as like machine that is gonna judge you. Like so, I will advise a student to okay. Once you know the name of the interviewer, you should go check his LinkedIn account. Look at the stuff he works on, what are his strengths, or what level he works on. So you'll get a basic idea of the people who is going to judge you, right? And then goals and sell your strengths like that. That interests him. Like there are a few web development projects that I did on like Django and all this. I tried to sell them on the resume and also in my intro, and that did quite interest him. And then after the second question was like explain your projects and etc. I went on like a 5-7 minute description, and I think it worked well as a first impression. You got my point, right?
okay, yes. So, I mean, as you said, your project played a vital role. So,
Yes.
I mean, what you want to suggest to your juniors? I mean, from when they should start doing their projects, and what kind of project they should do if they belong to, I mean, non-IT background.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, I have to say that usually projects are not that important, according to my experience. And but look, the thing is, the competition is very high. If you are not from CS background, you get my point. Like in my branch, electrical, not lots of IT companies allow you to sit there, right? So you have to take up whatever is opportunity that comes to you and do very well. You will miss. I mean, you will miss the opportunity, right?
Yes.
And this is also true for other branches except CS and
Yes.
somewhat like AC, right? You need to distinguish yourself. Like it's look at the analogy. You go to the hawker's corner, right? There you have lots of seller, and you will buy from someone who really attracts you. I mean, get your attention, right? So if you are really strong in your projects or whatever skills you have, try to sell them. Okay, look, I have this. Come to me, buy me. I mean, you get my point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to sell yourself. So to distinguish yourself from the other competition, like I mean, like 300-400 people appeared for it, right? And in the technical round, there are 40 people, and from that they selected like 16 people. See, you got my point, right? Like there is
Yes.
for the first round there is a 10% chance that you'll be selected.
Yes.
For the second round, like there is 30-40% chance. So you get my point. You need to distinguish yourself, and lots of stuff happen in the interview that are not entirely in your hand. So you better be good at what you can handle.
Okay. So, I mean, you have to find your interest, what your interest is, and I mean, what kind of project you want to do. You have to identify that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to sell yourself whatever strength. They want the people who are genuinely interested in IT. Okay, they are not like okay, this guy just want a job. Let me give you a chance. I think this is not very these days because there is lots of competition. You get my point, right?
Yes.
So they are looking for enthusiastic people who are putting efforts, not just during the exam, but before the exam.
Okay. So, tell me something about your HR interview. As you said, you have cracked the technical round of L&T and Deloitte also, but you got rejected in the HR. So what?
Oh no! I failed in the technical
HR.
round of Deloitte.
Okay. So, from L&T to Wipro, what improvement did you do in yourself and cleared the HR round of Wipro?
Actually, I should share it with in L&T there is a question: what is the importance of the hardware?
Okay.
They wanted me to speak on it for like 2 minutes, and I didn't take it seriously. I was just delivered what came to my mind. I think that was a huge negative thing because the answer wasn't really good, right? And this was kind of, and the answer was kind of like, okay, hard work is important, not that important. Is it okay? So if you tell the creature, they're not gonna, okay, this guy doesn't value hard work, so okay, he is not the right guy for us. You get the point. So the thing is, during the HR interview, you have to be very careful in what you speak, at what tone you speak, and how you speak. Like in the during the beginning of the HR interview, I was quite low in confidence. Interestingly, the madam who was interviewing me got it, and when I asked for the feedback later, she said, "Okay, we're low in the confidence during the beginning, but you caught up and demonstrated well in your competencies." So, I should say that don't take HR interview so lightly. It cost me few opportunities. So you should be very careful at what tone and when and what you speak.
Okay.
They are looking for people who are confident, who can speak comfortably, be assertive.
Okay, so what kind of questions they asked in the technical round, right? Like we know that what subjects we have to study and all, but what kind of question we can expect?
Actually, this topic, I will basically boil it down that your intro and your resume is a double-edged sword. All right.
Yes.
So if you sell yourself a lot, you have to prove it. And if you oversell yourself, you are done.
Yes.
This is the end. All right. That I should say that, I should say that first, usually, according to my other experience, like in TCS, digital, etc. First, you have to mention the basic ones. Like I know C++, I know Python, I have the basic knowledge of data structure algorithms, I have some knowledge of DBMS. And also add something like which can differentiate yourself from others. So usually the question will start off as like in warm-up, like some basic question from languages. Wow. And whatever language you mention, like if you mention that if you don't mention Java, they will not ask question from Java. They will ask from, like if you mention C++ and Python, they will just ask from C++ and Python, right? And after that, if they say, look at it and say, okay, this guy is good, he can answer the questions from the language. They will ask from data structures and etc. And using and some algorithms. And generally, after that, they may ask you to do some code. Usually, they are very simple implementation codes for usually the IT companies, service IT companies. But during Wipro, it was very different. The thing is, after I explained my projects and intro all this, he asked a few basic questions from like data structure and all this. Then he asked like a little trick question like, why do you use exception handling in website servers?
Yes.
Like through Git. I answered it almost correctly. During the feedback, he said that this was a game. This is a break or make question. If you I just wanted to check how really good you are at. So if you couldn't he was implying that if I couldn't answer it correctly, no matter how much correctly I had answered the previous ones, I was gone at it. But I answered it correctly, so thumbs up for me. Kind of like that it is. So you have to be careful. Like some usually they will ask the generic questions. Sometimes when the competition is very high, etc., they might some like make or break questions that you have to be very careful in answering. Don't be like that. Okay, I have answered 60-70 questions correctly. It is okay if I neglect or don't take it seriously. This question is a little difficult. Let me ignore it. No, don't do that. Sometimes, sometimes there are little games and tricks. So answer all the questions seriously, and that should be my advice.
And how did you find that question was make or break question? I mean, did they
actually usually in every interview, after the interview ends, I ask for a feedback. Yes. So there he explained to me that okay, this is like just wanted to check how you are really good at what you are claiming it. So uh, in the feedback period, so he said that.
Yeah, okay. That is whatever you do, you should be expert on that. I mean, you cannot
Whatever you
bluff in the
sell,
interview.
whatever you sell, sell very well. Uh, Means if you are doing or yes, no, this is the
Yes,
competition is so much. Yeah, even at NIT, you can get you see like with so much competition, you don't have the opportunity to make
yes, you have to be
lots of
exceptional.
mistakes. Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So before ending the session, Shubhashish, if you can give any tips like how they should prepare their roadmap.
I'm not really the best person, but I should say that okay, that uh, if you're an average student like me, I should say, and interested in IT, like people, I should say that pick a boat in the
Okay.
first or second year. If you are in the non-CS non-IT, you'll have two options: core or IT.
Yes.
If you are at NIT, you want to get a job at the end of it, right? I mean, no matter what you do, you want to have a job when you pass out, right?
Yes.
Uh, so I should say that when you're in first year and second year, pick a boat. Don't have two legs and two boats, and focus on one and work on that from early on.
Okay. So thank you, Shubhashish. Thank you for
Yeah,
being with
thank you
us.
very much.
And it was
Thank you.
great talking to you. You have showed the ground reality to the students. And hope you have a great future ahead.
Thank you very much. It was a great experience.